I'm Javier Ortiz, writer and producer of The Truth About the Truth. 2 years ago, we decided to document the stories of former Jehovah's Witnesses whose lives have been impacted by Watchtower in 3 main areas: shunning, the refusal of blood transfusions, and the mishandling of child sexual abuse.
When we took on the project, we did so without any funding, sponsors, or even film equipment. All we had was a small group of passionate filmmakers and activists willing to work hard, driven by a longing to help people by shedding light on the little-known abusive elements of the Jehovah's Witness faith.
We've interviewed child sex abuse survivors, subject matter experts, doctors, and lawyers. We've listened to people who've lost lifelong friends and family due to shunning.
One family we spoke to almost lost their child after refusing treatment with blood for leukemia. Here is just a taste of some of the work we've done so far.
I'm intrigued to see what it will feel like, because I've not been in a Kingdom Hall for 6 years. Not an English-speaking Kingdom Hall, at least. The last time I was in a Kingdom Hall, I was attending my apostasy trial. Are you personally comfortable if Armageddon came tomorrow with God killing everybody who isn't a Jehovah's Witness, regardless of whether they are a good person or not?
Am I comfortable with that?
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm not comfortable with anybody dying.
You're talking about some of
my children who don't believe.
Right, that's nice to hear.
Okay, you're talking about some of my children who don't believe.
I'm seeing compassion now.
The laws in this country is that when it's a child's welfare, the state will take over if his welfare is in danger and the parents are not in line with what the hospital needs to do to save his life. Why couldn't you just say that? Blood issue wasn't even an issue, really, but what they want to see is you sit there and have to imagine that you're going to have to bury your child, and you still have to sit there and say, no, don't treat him. He can't get a blood transfusion. It's cruel.
Regardless of the situation or what you're doing, family's always important, and you should always put that first. And they don't seem to see it that way. They seem to think God's first and then everything else. But I'd want to say to them that family's always first, and that you can't shun your own brother and sister just because a religion says to do so.
So he would get these girls, and then molest them as they were doing preaching and service. These elders had their own daughters. They knew not to pair their daughters with Kendrick, so other daughters got to be paired with Kendrick. So those elder daughters were spared of the possibility of molestation from Kendrick just because these elders were in the know.
Even if you have proof, even if you bring the elders solid proof that most likely they won't do anything, that tells me that they protect those people, that they protect pedophiles, they protect rapists, they protect people who harass children and women and get away with it.
Humans can't fix this. They just can't do it.
So is that when Jesus comes and saves his people that are following him?
It's not a physical return, because when he talks about his return, it's for destruction. It's definitely going to be with his angels. They're going to basically, get rid of those that don't want to follow what his Father has said.
And one of the things that they will say is mention to the victim their right to go to the authorities. Your conscience, you have the right to go to the authorities because it is a crime. And I think this is where sometimes what's actually reported and what's out there are completely different things.
In what way? Fake news, you're saying?
Yeah.
To find these stories, our crew has travelled throughout California and surrounding states and has flown out to New York and London.
We've invested in multiple cameras, lighting and sound equipment, editing systems, and the best filmmaking gear we can possibly get our hands on. We've done all this at our own expense to ensure the best possible presentation because we truly believe in this project.
To get to the point where we can complete filming and enter post-production in 2019, we need to get to Sydney, Australia and Montreal, Canada to further capture the international scope of the subject we're exploring.
And having done all we can to make it this far in the project, we need your help.
We need your help.
We need your help.
We need your help to make it the rest of the way. If you share our vision for this film and you would like to help us finish it, please visit tellasofa.org/donate.
The East Los Angeles Society of Film and Arts is a 501c3 organization, and as such, your donations are tax deductible. We're excited to be so close to finishing our project, and we can't wait to share it with everyone soon.
To keep updated with developments, please visit the film's Facebook page or follow the Twitter handle TTATT Film. We'd like to thank you all for your support.